for the position of international president. It is not a secret among all the Lions that I ran against him as international director nominee. And these district governors here, they all supported him. That's why I lost. I lost the nomination. Only these people here supported me. No, it's a joke. But we're very good friends. As you know, we are batchmates. We served together as district governor of the same year. And he served as our international director in 2009 and 2011. Thereafter, he has signified a number of times that he wants to run for international president. And back then, I said, this guy is dreaming. Because for us, more senior Lions, not necessarily in terms of age, but more senior in membership, we all know how the elections in the international office really actually runs. So at the back of my mind, although if he does run, I will support him in the past. But at the back of my mind, I know it will never work. But last year, the incumbent first vice president, international first vice president, Judge Haynes Townsend, passed away last December 9 ba yun? December 19 yata. First Vice President Townsend is a judge from Georgia, and past International Director Michael served together in the international board. So they were classmates as international directors. And when he passed away, what LCI did was appoint Alexander Douglas, who is from New York. He is a retired financial advisor from JP Morgan. I think he's the vice president of JP Morgan. He was appointed to serve the remaining term, the unserved term of first Vice President Judge Townsend. And so now there's a window, there's an opening, there is a chance for us, for our constitutional area, OCIL, to field a candidate. And PID Michael is grabbing a chance. By the way, the appointed first vice president now is Douglas Alexander, PMJF. Our candidate is PID Michael So, 451 PMJF. Just to emphasize his contribution not only to the Philippine Lions, but also to Lions Clubs International Foundation, LCIF. He has been a generous Lions, and he has helped so many clubs here in our district. And since he's the only candidate from OCIL, there is no reason for any of us not to support and campaign for him. So if our clubs have twin clubs, sister clubs from other countries, please do let them know that we have a candidate that we are supporting. And to be honest, being already very familiar with LCI workings, I know that we have this chance. I know that we have this chance, a chance for PID Michael to make it. Why? The international convention will be held in Singapore. We all know that, and many of us are going, in spite of the coronavirus scare. But the Americans will not come here, I hope. So they can bring their voting delegates to Singapore. But the Asians, and especially the OC Lions, will be for sure coming to Singapore. And sa Lions International, pasensya na yung mga PIDs and PDGs from the other districts. Kung hindi kapag i-anoint sang LCI, wala kagigyan tsansa na mag-international third vice president, second vice president, first vice president, let alone international president. This is the only chance, and no other time in the history of Lionism, that we have a chance, no matter how small, that we can send a candidate who is willing, able, who has contributed more than any of the incumbent international officers now sitting in the board. He has contributed more than any of them or all of them combined. Up to this day, PID Michael So is the biggest single individual contributor to LCIF from the Philippines in the 71 years history of Philippine Lions. So we are, of course, supporting the bid of PID Michael So. Like I said earlier, if your clubs have twin clubs in other countries, I'm very happy that my good friend, past District Governor Sering, is here. He buys me lunch every time I'm in Guam, so I'm indebted to him. I'm very happy that he committed to relay the message to all the Lions in Guam and Saipan and Micronesia. We have many friends, Filipino Americans in the States, in the US, who I am sure would rather vote for PID Michael than the candidate from the US. Why? If you look at the international officers this year, all of the top officers are from North America. The first vice president is from New York, the second vice president is from Minnesota, the third vice president is from Canada. So sila na lang. We have more membership in the OCL. So I appeal to all our fellow Lions in District 301B1. Let us help, support, and campaign for PID Michael So for international. Ang namin pagit sinike, ma-shortcut niya ang process. He doesn't have to run for third VP, second VP, first VP, diretsyon na international president. Nag-open ng slate because the elected first VP passed away last December. So all of a sudden, there is a chance for us to have our candidate for international president. The last time we came very close to having an international president was during the time of Bhagat Singh, which was like 1986. Hindi pa ako pinapanganak noon. Remember, I'm only 25. So, hindi pa ako pinapanganak noong 1986. Pero alam ko lang, nababasa ko lang, na that was the closest we got to having a candidate for international vice president. And because of EDSA, nangyari yung revolution, hindi natuloy ang international convention sa Manila. So we never got the chance ever again. This is our only chance, and maybe in a generation, in a generation to go, we'll never get the chance again. We are a tiny multiple district in terms of the whole membership of LCI. We'll never get the chance. Nantawan nyo lang bala sa international director pa lang, it's every 11 years na subong. The next international director from the Philippines will sit 11 years after the last international director from the Philippines. PID Michael So finished his term in 2011. The next one will sit will be for 2021, 2023. So the next one will be in 2031, 2033. I don't know how many of us here will still be around by then. So that is my point. So please, I appeal to everyone to support my classmate, formerly opponent, PID Michael So. He's very productive. As Chairman Dwight said, I will stop right there. Baka kung ano masabi ko. Okay. So, Mr. Floor Leader, if this is in order, I would like to file a resolution. A resolution unanimously supporting the candidacy of past International Director Michael So for the position of International President for for the elections to be held in Singapore on June 2020. I so move, Mr. Chair, Mr. Governor.
Mr. Governor, motion has been filed by Pastor Richard Ang. That District 1B1 will endorse the candidacy of Council Chairperson and past International Director Michael So to the position of International President of our Trade Association to serve for during the line year 2020 to 2021. Right?
And resolve further, Mr. Governor.
There's a motion, Governor. Any second? Unanimously second?
So it was moved and seconded on the motion in supporting the bid of our Council Chairperson, PID Michael So, for the position of International President.
I'm requesting the Cabinet Secretary, Mr. Governor, to furnish a copy of a resolution to the Multiple District 301 Philippines and to OCIL Executive Committee and Lions Clubs International.
So, an appendage is being filed by the movement. So, dalawa na sa inyo pa. Resolution to furnish whatever officers.
So hearing no objection, no motion.
Congratulations, Chairman Michael. Any other issues? Any concerns? If not,